Hello there boys and girls, and welcome back to your channel, SideScrape here. Today we're going to be looking at the American Tier 8 medium tank, the premium T26E4 SuperPershing. Now this tank is a lovely little beast. Its gun isn't that good. Let's look at it. 170mm penetration, so it's less than the IS-6 175, IS-3 got 203 or 213, 258 with, is it APCR? Yep. The accuracy is not too good, not too bad. Aiming time's okay, it's put 2.3 seconds. So on this I've put a gun lane drive just to speed up, rammer and optics just to extend my range. My range on this tank is 438. Well, look at that. The thing that this tank's good is its spaced armour. As you can see from the front and the back, and you'll see at the front here there's like a small sheet of spaced armour on the front. You can't really tell when you're fighting it, but there is there. It fires every 7.32 seconds with the skills I've got on this tank at the moment from a T69, so it can get faster. 40 kilometers an hour, but it rarely does that just for the sheer weight of it. It's 53 tons. Now if you're looking at other medium tanks, Carnarvon's 60 tons was 34 kilometers an hour. Let's just select these a bit easier, shall we? Panther's 56 at 55 kilometers an hour. Indian Panther 43 at 50. 36 at 51, so it's not overly fast at all. That's mainly because of the additional armour has increased its overall weight, thereby slowing it down. It is only 500 horsepower engine, so you can't expect monumental things from it. To traverse in 24 seconds, the hull is 32 seconds, turn them both at once, and that's pretty decent. Hull armour is 177mm at the front, 76 side, 50 back. Turret armour 101, 76 and 76, so it's not too bad. Now, let's look at the information in Tank Inspector. So this tank costs 7,200, which is pretty decent. 12,500 for the T34, 10,000 for the Jag Tiger 88. It's 12,000 for the IS-6. But can you smell and hear that? Troll. I can smell troll, and this tank is a formidable troll tank. Look at all that spaced armour. You see it? Anything in blue is spaced. You can't see it at the back, unfortunately, but he does have a small spaced armour at the back, which doesn't really do much. For some reason it's not being picked up, otherwise you would see this piece at the back. If you look at it in game, you can see it's spaced with these three rivets in front, so any shots coming at an angle will be automatically deflected. So a side shot the turret, 162 to penetrate, that's 76mm with the spaced, 76 of the actual tank itself. Now when you're looking at space down as well, there's one part you've got to take into account. The velocity of a shell, right? Say it comes from the left hand side, it hits the spaced armour, that'll obviously slow that shell down, so that'll reduce its overall penetration, depending on the type of shell. Because you can get the cone shells, you know, the ones that are really fine, like the APCR, they're so pointed that they'll probably just punch through anyway, but they'll generally hit the spaced armour, slow down and then go for the interior. So the low plating, low glaze. So when you're aiming at this at the front, it's 231mm, unless you can get it through that little port there. You see this little machine gun port? If you can shoot through there, you're going to be able to get hits all day long, depending on how accurate you are. Even the Jag Tiger or something with high, let's say a British tank, for example, Churchill, or Black Prince, Centurion 7-1, Centurion 1, you'll be able to get shots through that all day long. It's pretty swell, really, when you think about it. And when you're looking at trying to penetrate the front, it's going to be 210mm. Then you've got the mantlet, and you've also got to get through the skin itself. So it's not that easy to get through when you think about it. You've got to really consider how and where you're going to be able to penetrate this thing. The easiest place to hit, and I've got to be honest here, it is extremely easy, is this area. Go for this every single time, 97mm. It might seem quite hard because you'll see the spaced armour. This is nothing. This little thing that looks like it's got 2 tubes in front, that is absolutely nothing. You can just shoot through there. If you aim for that, you're in front of it, you aim for that point there, that little bit of tubing, you're going to penetrate. It's quite easy. Your gun's going to be at an average of 200mm, so this part here is extremely easy to penetrate. That literally has nothing there, so when you're looking at the tank itself, these are the hit points, so you can see that you're going to be able to get through quite easily. Angle this tank to this degree, and people will be able to shoot through quite easily, so you've got to be very, very careful how you angle this tank. Because if you're able to angle it, all somebody's got to do is aim for this part of the track, and it's going to go straight through. You see? So don't over angle. It's sometimes easy just to go frontal on with this tank due to the sheer nature of it. Just make sure that you press W, then you press S. Press W to going forward for 2 seconds, and you press S to go back for 2 seconds, and just rock the tank back and forth. Going side scraping on, say for this angle, which is really quite good, means that they'll be able to get through this part here. It's quite dangerous. Frontally, the tank is quite formidable. Let's get rid of this gun for a sec. On the side, 80mm, so even if you side on, this part is so easy to hit because it's quite large. Look at it. The overall tank is massive, so don't aim for this part at the very back, aim for the more of the larger part. It's best always just to literally aim for there, this part here. If the shell goes high, it's going to hit the turret. If it goes low, it's going to get through this part here, so you're going to penetrate anyway. Don't just aim for the very top. Sometimes your shell will go high and it'll fly over, so you want to just literally aim just here. The shell will go high, below, left or right. It's still going to hit a fairly weak point of the tank itself. So angling is dangerous. Frontal is good, apart from this little machine gun port. You can either 76mm, if you're in an SU-152 and you've got decent pen, you can just pop it straight through there and cause catastrophic damage on the inside. Let's look at some gameplays. We're going to be looking at 2 gameplays today because I think this tank is worthy of it. Side on, nothing there whatsoever. From above, as always, nothing. There's no really point talking about it. There never is anything from that angle, and the back is just, again, nothing. It's all welded on to the front, and that's what you have to make sure that you're doing. At all times, you are going to be covering this main area. Okay? First question I want to just discuss is this tank actually worth getting? Is it worth the money? Is it worth you getting? Yes, it's worthy. It's a very, very good tank. Look at the size of this at the front. I'm not sure about yourself, but when you face off against one of these, they are pretty scary and they are quite hard to kill. It gets preferential matchmaking, so it's tier 8 and it says C's tier 9 also. The armour penetration 170 isn't good. It's pretty decent with heat, and it can become cost effective. As I'm going to show you now though, you don't always need to be using gold. If you can shoot well, if you can take your time and guide your shots, as you see I'll be firing some long range shots as well, so I'm having to aim a lot, but I'm still getting penetrations a lot of the time. 500 horsepower. This goes quite fast supposedly, but it isn't. It's got no guts. It's got the Type 59, the Comet, SU-101, the SU-122-44. They all have guts to get up a hill. This is struggling at 10 kilometers an hour, 5 kilometers an hour more than a Type T95. You know, the massive, monstrously heavy, lumbering doom turtle. It's not like other mediums. You're not going to get speed. It's not a Type 59 where you're going to be able to blitz on in front. You're going to have to take your time, really place yourself in the place where you know you're going to be able to be the most effective. So one guy's already been killed before we can actually get up there to kill him or get any shots in. His position on the right hand side I always like to take in this tank. Good coverage, and when you're looking through you're able to just pull back, fire a shot and be covered by the automatic bush in front range. What I mean by that is if you can't see through the bush, they can't see through the bush. So Comet right side has just been killed, so we know there's got to be somebody up there. And approximately this area here and this area here in EF 9 and 0, there's always plenty of targets, always just sat there by the trees. That's where I'm just putting some suppressive fire down at the moment. My mate Richard from my old clan Bulldogs has just been killed. I'm playing with Mr. Steve as well. Richard and Steve, great lads. Good drivers as well. It's a real pleasure to play with them. Hit them up in game if you ever want to have a good game. I'm just trying to get some shots in. So 1120 damage, that's all I need to do to get to decent win 8 in this tank. If you're not interested in win 8, then fair enough, some people are, so I'm going to try to just share for all. You want to improve your statistics, you can do in this tank, as long as you play carefully and methodical about what you do. The main thing to remember is frontally you can't be penetrated that easily from this range. If somebody's shooting at you from over 600 metres, 400 metres sorry, or say they're shooting at 200 metres, it'd be quite hard. I noticed that shot fired just after him, but the shell travel time was quite slow. First hit of 226, not too bad. Gun reloads quite quickly. Managed to get a second shot into him. I'm searching for another target, I'm not sure where that chap went now. And I managed to track him. That was unfortunate. Left side of the map though, if you look around the north, has completely folded. We've killed 5 of them, they've killed 7 of us. This is going to be a hard slog. It was already at a 46% win rate, my chance of surviving is 43%, so it's not looking too good. T28 prototype, extremely dangerous. So I'm still in the bushes, I'm using the camouflage to assist me really. 170mm, couldn't get through the side of that IS-6. Look at the aim time I'm having to give the tank as well. Unfortunately, because I went to move the reticle line, it meant that I lost the way it scopes in. If you look on the minimap at the moment, Mr. Stevie's getting done by 2 tanks at the moment, so he's just been killed. That shot fell well south of the target. Fired gold, as you can see from the little red glitter, didn't go through. I use gold when I get to this point of the game where we're 4 tanks down and they're making a bit of a push. I need to make sure every single shot goes through, and also with the range, this is 400 metres away I'm putting shots into that target too, so I need to make sure I penetrate. We've now done 1400 damage, we've done enough to cover a decent win 8 result. It's now 7 tanks killed to 11. I need to get rid of that prototype. That T28 prop can really cause some pain for us all. And we managed to just shot donks left quite a lot, but we still got it through. Still firing gold, fired 10 shells this game. Up to 1900 damage, 2433 win 8s. And with the gold we can nicely punch through. We went through the top of the AT7 then, because the AT7 normally you'll struggle to penetrate with standard ammunition at 170mm. The AT7 is quite a decent one. And the T29s tell me to be a heavy. Well, I'm not heavy. I'm a medium tank on steroids. There's only a few of us left. 3 against 6. Leovati managed to get through his commander's hatch, which was a fluke shot really. Tiger can be quite bouncy at the front, even though it's a flat spot, which is where I want to put the shot through. Then sometimes the shell will just dink off it. Now 10-12, we're starting to pull some of the stats back. 1 person was killed. I took a shot at where I thought he was going to go, and he reappeared somewhere totally different. So that shell that just came through me then, the first shell I've taken all game. I went through the space diamond just underneath. My gunner was just knocked out. Went straight through the space diamond. It was only like 100mm, so it was quite easy. I shouldn't have turned, but I needed to try to help my mate. SU-101 is somebody I need to keep in game. And I'm starting to pull it back at 2658 damage given. This isn't too bad. That's I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 shots gone and penetrated. I'm now going for the Tiger 1. Unfortunately we can't get into them. These guys who are all quite boisterous about the fighting are now starting to play a bit more defensive. 4.5k went out. And just bounced off the side of the Tiger 1. I'm now killable with one shot. And that was a stupid shot by me really. Artie just missed me. Took a big Artie hit of 437 before, as you can see from the bottom left hand side. I've only taken 6 hits. Only 1 was bounced. The rest of them were just penetrated. So right now, because of the angle they're shooting at, I'm higher than them, so they're shooting up at an angle. It means that anywhere that they're shooting, if I start pointing down like I was before, shooting at those guys, Indian Pants and Tiger, my tank was pointing down, which meant my angle then became a flat. They was able to penetrate straight through. All at the moment, all I can do is put fire down and hope that the SU-101 can get in there and the MT-25. Big shout out to the SU-101. That's your name, Mr. Gasthouse 1. Well done, you did some really good gameplay there, man. If you want to win for you, mate, then I'm not sure, I may have been able to hold it, but I don't think so. Same for you, the MT-25 Tracer. And that's the game's over at the moment. So we're going to nip back and look at some of the statistics. So 98,305 credits earned on a master badge of 2. It was a double, so it was 3,488 experience points gained at a on a premium account. I still managed to get the highest amount of damage at 3,567. Okay, this Tracer 2451 and his little MT25, so really well done, mate. SU-101 2,815 with 8 kills. You got Radley Walters medal on Top Gun, and you got the Confederate. Such good lads. It's a real pleasure when you get to play with people who just don't rush in and get themselves killed. They just took the time and made sure that they played the game as it's supposed to play as part of a team. Because of the gold fired, I still made 36,000, which isn't too bad. If I wouldn't have used the gold, I probably made about 70,000 from that game. Not too bad. 33 shots fired, 20 direct hits, 19 penetrated, so more or less all of my shots penetrated. Only 240 damage blocked by my tank's armour. The rest went through, which were very unusual. I play a lot of the games and you'll bounce a heck of a lot of shots. You don't normally get that many penetrations, to be honest with you. Mainly my angle and the style of play. Let's look at the next gameplay. So we're playing the same map. Again, 1120 damage needed. 54% win rate, but as you saw from, well, maybe one of the other games, 61% win chance we still lost. That's some fairly decent players on both teams. As you can see, I've got 55% win rate in this tank, just because it's fairly decent. Some really good games with it. Same map, so we're going to look at moving to the same place. I'm just going to speed it up a touch till we get there. La 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 la, hey hey hey, no no no. Try to make sure I don't hit any bushes. Got kind of stupid. I'll move my slow ass up there. Got a nice hits in, 250, and plenty more of them. Exactly the same place as last time. It's funny, I played like 6 games and every single one of them was on this map. With preferential of 8 9, so you're going to get tier 8s and tier 9s, this tank is quite decent. On the north, seems like guys are holding it better. It's a very premium heavy game with 4 premium tanks on our side and 4 on the hostile team. I want to bounce that shot on the 12T, which is epic. But a shot into where I think he may have gone. SuperPershing on the other side. See if we can get a nice shot to the side of him. And he went through, do you know that? Right, we went through the front of it. That's quite a high angle as well, so it's quite unusual that shot would have gone through. Just going to go for the Chinese premium tier 8 tank. 290 damage, pretty decent armour. Fired at the middle but the shot went low, which was fortunate, otherwise it may not have gone through. Second shot in. And it hit. Just relocating because I can see on the map the SuperPershing's come back on grid. Now it's disappeared. So we're just 104 damage shy of achieving a solid win 8 rating. And that shot went well low. It's unfortunate. SuperPershing down there, that's a position I sometimes take as well, because you can, if you don't have many people on the flank where I am now, you can really play that area well. And that shot went somewhere nowhere near target. I was looking at, sometimes I think, well, should I push forward there? But then if I do, I'm going to be out of sorts. There's nobody else on my right, so anybody could be creeping up on me. Because my vision is not too great in this tank, I wouldn't spot them. There's just no point going up for it. So we're going to sit here nicely, smoke a pipe, and see what damage we can get in there. T26E4 should be able to annihilate that guy if he just flanks him. He's already taken a shot from the front. Look at that, 1 health. I should have loaded HE, which I was loading then if you noticed, and just switched back to AP. Anything less than 50, always load HE. 2 tanks over there. Saw the tree fall down. T26E4 gave his position away so stupidly. He shouldn't have done it all. So we've got 1126 win 8. 1381, so you got to do 1500 damage to get good stats. I went for a shot to try to knock out his engine or hit his ammo, but it went completely wrong. He's just gone underhill. This tank has phenomenal depression, gun depression as well. If you like, do you know the one with the sand dunes, not with the raised area in the middle, or El Haloof or anything like that, but the other one, and it's got lots of dunes either side. I'm not sure where that shot went through. Ah, there we go. It penetrated the spaced armour. You see it's red. Underneath there you can see it didn't penetrate the actual tank itself, tank turret hull. So that's mainly because of it hit the first line of defence and didn't penetrate the second. Simple as. This is another average game. It's not a fantastic game. As I said with other videos, I'm not going to pick the best games out there. I want to pick a game that is everyday games. Same with the last video. This is the sort of money you can be earning just from doing standard play, not having to be a unicorn or like 1 out of every 15 tank players. No kills, 2.5k damage. It works out about 3,200 win 8 overall. Let's look at the stats. So again, a similar sort of cash levels, 94,320 earns, times 3 today, 4,407. We did not get the highest level of damage. We got the second highest, 2,916. Go away. The enemy team, 1,909. So quite a lot of our players, oh sorry, none of our players got no damage. A few of them did. Get my mind messed up. Last game, I didn't make that much cash because of all the gold. I don't think I fired any gold at all that round, so I made 88,710 gold. That's fantastic. That's just a sort of level of game that you need to win every single game. That was only like 2,916 damage. It's 15 hits. That's what you have to get to be able to get that sort of level. 22 shots fired, 15 direct hits, 13 of them penetrated. 250 shots blocked by armour, so I only had like 1 shot fired at me because it was such a nice position. That's really it. This tank is worth getting, especially training medium crew, or if it's just one tank you want to buy. Say if you've only got enough for 10k, well, this or the Jag Tiger 88, depends on your playstyle, TD or movement. Anyway guys, take care, subscribe, like, and let me know what you think into the videos, and I hope that you're enjoying the one a day to coming out. Anyway, take care.